After more than a year of silence, the wait is finally over. The Season 4 trailer for From has arrived, and it does not ease you in gently. It grabs you by the collar from the very first frame and refuses to let go, delivering roughly 2 minutes of cryptic imagery, devastating emotional gut punches, and enough unresolved mythology to keep theorists busy until the premiere date drops. If you thought the Season 3 finale left things complicated, buckle up, because what lies ahead looks darker, stranger, and more devastating than anything Fromville has thrown at its residents before. The trailer opens on the entire population of Fromville gathered around two freshly dug graves. Ravens and crows circle and call out loudly above them, a detail that feels anything but accidental. Even in daylight, the one window of relative safety the townspeople have managed to cling to the darkness that governs this place is still watching. The identities of the deceased are obscured beneath sheets, but the notable absence of Sarah throughout the rest of the trailer, combined with the fact that she does not appear to be standing among the mourners in this opening shot, strongly suggests that one of those graves could belong to her. The second could belong to one of the new arrivals we know are headed to town. Whether or not the show is bold enough to confirm that in its very first image remains to be seen, but the implication is heavy and intentional. From there, the trailer shifts to Boyd, who is seen walking to the grave of his wife. Standing over it, he speaks to her quietly, and what he says is telling. He admits something is different about him, that he is changing, and that he does not like who he is becoming. This is not merely a man grieving. Boyd has been the moral backbone of Fromville since the beginning, but Season 3 wore that backbone down considerably. The weight of leadership, the violence he has had to commit, the horrors he has witnessed beneath the surface of the town, including the traumatic rebirth of Smiley and everything surrounding Fatima, appear to have left marks that cannot be undone. The trailer reinforces this with a rapid sequence of flashing nightmare imagery, suggesting that what Boyd saw underground has followed him not just into his waking hours, but into his sleep as well. There is no escape for Boyd, not anymore. And when Donna is later seen telling him that people want answers about what happened down there, the full weight of his position, the pressure, the isolation, the creeping collapse becomes starkly clear. Cut to Jade, who is out exploring and encounters a young boy in an underground space. At first glance, it might be easy to assume this is a younger version of Victor. But given what we learned in the Season 3 finale that Jade is a reincarnation of Christopher, one of the town's original inhabitants, this boy may well be a figure from that earlier era of Fromville's dark history. The connection between past and present continues to collapse in on itself, and Jade finds himself at the center of that collapse, whether he is ready for it or not. New faces are coming to Fromville. The trailer confirms the arrival of a priest, and who appears to be his daughter. And we know that their introduction to the town follows the brutal and familiar ritual of a fallen tree blocking the road. That specific image, the cut tree in the middle of the path, has always signaled that trouble is not on the horizon but already here. The woman arrives in dramatic fashion, with a shot of a car crashing directly through Boyd's office. By the time she is holding Kenny's hands in prayer, asking for protection from the dark place where evil roams, we can see marks on her neck, likely from the crash. She is already wounded before Fromville has even had the chance to properly terrify her. One of the most emotionally raw moments in the trailer comes from an exchange between Julie and Tabitha, standing at the entrance to their home as night begins to close in. Julie asks where her father is and why he has not come back yet. The darkness pressing at the edges of the frame is not just atmosphere, it is a countdown. As viewers of the Season 3 finale know, Jim was killed by the man in yellow. He is not coming back. What makes this scene especially significant is what it confirms about Julie's time travel. We saw a future version of her return to the moment of her father's death in an attempt to prevent it, but she failed. The fact that present-day Julie is still asking this question proves definitively that her future self's intervention had no effect on the timeline. That failure is now baked into the fabric of the show going forward. Tabitha is later seen moving through the woods, and the trailer implies she may be heading to the last place she saw Jim, or worse, that she may have already found him. Jade approaches her with urgency, telling her they need to talk. This could mean he has located Jim's body, or it could be related to the devastating revelation painted on the barn wall. Knowledge comes at a cost. That phrase points directly to what Jade and Tabitha uncovered in the Season 3 finale, their buried memories of having been in Fromville before, long ago, and of trying and failing to save the children trapped there. The price of that knowledge may have already been paid in Jim's death. Later in the trailer, both Tabitha and Julie are seen breaking down at the entrance of that same barn, suggesting whatever answers wait inside come packaged with grief that cannot be outrun. The trailer then turns its lens toward Victor, shown in a memory or vision alongside his father, digging in the ground. The implication is that something was buried there long ago, possibly the very drawing of the man in yellow that has haunted the show since the beginning. A voiceover declares that there is something ancient in this place, that it feeds off suffering, and that it does not stop. As those words land, we see Jade, Ethan, and Victor standing over what appears to be the man in yellow's jacket, abandoned on the ground. Victor's presence here matters enormously. He is the one who drew the man in yellow as a child, who has lived longer in this town than anyone, and who understands better than most just how dangerous that figure truly is. That the jukebox in the diner begins playing at the exact moment the narration says the words "it doesn't stop" is a piece of deliberate, elegant filmmaking. The jukebox never stops either. It never has. Boyd, Ellis, and Jade are then shown wheeling a body wrapped in a yellow tarp through what appears to be the aftermath of a deadly encounter. A ring is visible on the left hand of the deceased, a wedding ring, when cross-referenced with a later shot in the trailer that appears to show Marielle wearing a blue shirt and similar boots. Suspicion naturally lands on her. Boyd's admission in the same section of the trailer we're losing makes the death feel like more than a singular tragedy. It feels like a tide that cannot be turned back. Numbers are depleting. Fromville is consuming its people faster than they can recover. Julie reappears at the ruins alongside Randall, and the sequence that follows raises serious questions about her abilities. After walking through the ruins, she is seen standing alone in the forest at night, completely calm, utterly still, even as monsters begin converging on the surrounding area. That stillness is not the stillness of someone frozen in fear. It feels deliberate. It feels like someone who may be seeing something the monsters cannot reach. Given what we know about Julie's capacity to move through different chapters of the town's history, the possibility that she is witnessing the forest from a different point in time altogether cannot be dismissed. She may be the key to everything, not just as a survivor, but as the person who can actually change something. Back at the house, doors slam on their own, books fly from shelves, and a ring drops down the stairs. In the previous season, Jim was tormented through the telephone by entities claiming to be Thomas. With Jim now gone, it appears the house itself will become the new instrument of that torment, and with the man in yellow seemingly responsible for Jim's death, his shadow now falls over the entire family that remains. Boyd's mental deterioration reaches its most visible breaking point when he turns on Acosta, who wastes no time delivering the verdict the trailer seems to be building toward all along. She calls him a monster. Framed against the nightmares, the violence, and the secrets he is actively burying, the accusation does not feel entirely wrong. The town is not just holding people captive, it is remaking them from the inside out. The man in yellow's laughter cuts through the trailer like a blade. He may be laughing over Jim's body, or laughing at the version of Julie who crossed time itself and still could not save her father. Either way, the sound of it establishes his dominance more effectively than any line of dialogue could. What makes it worse is what follows a physical transformation near the trailer's end that raises a genuinely horrifying possibility. That the man in yellow and the version of Jim we see in those final frames may be one and the same. If Fromville has taken Jim and turned him into its cruelest instrument, there is no floor left to fall through. The last words belong to Elgin, quiet and certain. The truth always comes out. Boyd fires back that he will make sure it does not. That exchange tells you everything about where this season is headed. He is no longer protecting people. He is protecting a secret. And in Fromville, secrets have a way of becoming the very thing that kills you. Season 4 of From is shaping up to be the most layered and emotionally complex chapter yet. With the mythology of the town deepening, the stakes reaching a point of no return, and the characters we have followed for 3 seasons being pushed to their absolute breaking points. If you have not done a rewatch recently, now is the time, because when this season finally lands, the callbacks are going to matter. So here is the question worth thinking about before Season 4 hits. Do you believe Boyd will fully cross the line and become the very monster he has spent years fighting, or is there still enough of him left to pull back from the edge? Drop your theory in the comments below, we want to know where you stand. And if you want more breakdowns, theories, and deep dives like this one, as new trailers and updates come in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a thing. If this breakdown helped you catch something you might have missed the first time around, a like goes a long way and means more than you know.